So you're heading into a patent appeal conference. It's one of those high stakes moments where one wrong move could really put your invention in a tough spot. Today, we're going to break down the exact strategy you need to walk out of that room with a win. Let's dive in. Think about that for a second. This quote just hits the nail on the head. After all those months, maybe even years of hard work, it all comes down to this one meeting. And the outcome? It's not just about your application. It could literally define the entire future of your invention. No pressure, right? Exactly. So how do you play your cards right? Because this isn't about just showing up and hoping for the best. It's a strategic game. It's about precision, it's about timing, and it absolutely demands a clear winning game plan before you even step foot in that room. Okay, first things first, we need a major mindset shift. Stop thinking of this as a defense. That's the wrong frame. Instead, think of it as an investor pitch. You are not there to argue points. You are there to sell the brilliance and the solid reasoning behind your patent. It's a performance. And that powerful performance, well, it starts long before the curtains go up. Your success is built on the strategic foundation you lay beforehand. The secret isn't just about what you know, it's about how incredibly well you communicate the most critical points. Here's your roadmap. This is the blueprint. You start by defining what a win even looks like. Are you trying to reopen prosecution or just clarify one technical point? Then you got to know your audience, anchor your case with a few unforgettable themes, and weave it all together into a story they can't ignore. And this is a big one. The people on that panel, they're not your enemies. They're professionals with a job to do. You have to try to see the case through their eyes. The real questions you should be asking are, what will give them the confidence to say yes, and what might create doubt in their minds? So your entire strategy really boils down to this incredible balance. On one side, you've got precision, being sharp, focused, and leading with your strongest points. And on the other side, you have restraint, the discipline to know what to leave unsaid. You have to master both to win. All right, let's start with the first part of that equation, precision. This is the offense in your strategy. This is where you build a tight, credible case that zeroes in on what really, truly matters. And this is your one and only objective when you're presenting. You're not trying to win every single little point. You are trying to laser focus the panel's attention on the absolute core of your argument so powerfully that they just can't look away. So how do you actually do that? First, you have to isolate the one or two key issues that everything hinges on. And don't just fight the examiner's logic. Reframe it. Show them the bigger picture they might have missed. And always, always connect the technical jargon back to a real-world benefit. Make it real for them. And please never underestimate the power of a simple visual. A cluttered slide just creates confusion, but one clean diagram that makes a single, powerful point, that can be your most persuasive tool. It tells the story way faster than words ever could. How you deliver all this matters immensely. You have to control the room. Lead with your knockout punch to set the tone right away. Show confidence, because that shows authority, but not aggression. That just signals you're insecure. And be ready to pivot. If a tough question comes up, you handle it, and then you steer right back to your central message. Okay, so we've covered what to present. Now for the other side of the coin, which is honestly just as crucial, the power of what you don't say. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but a winning appeal is so often defined by this idea of strategic restraint. Let's be really clear here. Holding back isn't a weakness. It is the ultimate sign of confidence. It's the disciplined choice to keep the discussion focused, to avoid any distractions, and to project this image of complete control over your argument. So what exactly stays in your back pocket? Well, any argument that's kind of weak or just repetitive. All that does is dilute your strong points. And you have to avoid speculating. No more "I think" or "it might be." Stick to the facts. And please, fight that urge to over-explain every little detail. It just makes you sound nervous. And you can't be afraid of the pause. After you make a really key point, just stop for a second. Don't rush to fill the silence. That little bit of space gives your argument weight, and it lets the panel actually process what you just said. Let it land. Restraint also protects you. You have to keep emotion out of it. Getting frustrated just clouds your logic and kills your credibility. Don't go telegraphing your future plans, like what amendments you might file later. And yeah, have your backup data ready, but keep it in reserve. It's a safety net, not part of the main event. So when you bring these two ideas together, what do you get? The winning mindset isn't about just being aggressive or just being reserved. It's about finding that perfect, powerful balance, strategic precision. It all boils down to this pretty simple formula. Precision in your argument, combined with your presence in the room, that calm, cool confidence, is what ultimately leads to persuasion. And this quote just sums it all up perfectly. Victory doesn't come from drowning the panel in information. It comes from expertly guiding their focus right to the very core of your innovation, making your case so clear that it's simply undeniable. So as we wrap this up, the real question for you isn't just what are you going to say, it's what is the single, powerful idea that you are going to elevate above all the noise? Because in the end, that focused message, that's what's going to win the day.